All right, so let's just dive into it, guys. Obviously, if you go on to social media, boy, oh boy, are the Vikings getting raked over the coals right now. I like what Jacob Morley said here, Tim. I think what he was trying, what JJ McCarthy was trying to say with 9 was 4 plus 5 equals 9, right? Well, the Vikings fall to 4 and 5. There you go. That's what he was referring to. So, again, man, the memes are going nuts on X right now. And listen, if they had kept their mouth shut and not try to declare this dude, an MVP or a Hall of Famer already, like last week, we talked about it, Tim. Remember? It's like I heard the social media uproar that JJ McCarthy, oh my God, it was all Vikings fans. He's just absolutely awesome. I go into the box score and kind of dive in like, oh man, what did he do? Did he throw for 300 yards? Hell, he didn't even throw for 200 yards. It's like, what are y'all so fired up about, right? Well, today, obviously, absolutely crapped the bed in their game. And we got some stats for you guys. We are officially in what? He's got 4 games under his belt, 4 career games, right? Completion percentage. Listen to this, guys. 53.7% completion percentage, 802 total yards, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a passer rate of 65.8. After this game today, Tim, I looked at the ranking. He is ranked 40th in passer rating of all quarterbacks in the NFL. What that tells me is there's 8 backup quarterbacks that have a higher passer rating than J.J. McCarthy at the moment. My man off to a slow start. And listen, it doesn't mean he's going to be a bad football player, but boy, oh boy, do the Vikings fans looks absolutely ridiculous after completely pumping this dude up last week, man.
Yeah, it's wild. It's almost like they forget that, he basically redshirted his rookie season in the NFL. The guy lost a whole year of, development with that injury. And you just expect him to come in and be your franchise QB, and you're learning the hard way how much of an uphill battle that truly is. And I think you're right. It doesn't mean that's an indictment on his entire career and that he's always going to be this bad. But think you put the cart before the horse a little bit there, Vikings fans. I'm surprised nobody's stolen our playbook. We draft quarterbacks, put them behind legends, and let them develop, and then we cut them loose and let them be franchise quarterbacks. So. But yeah, it's really funny to see Vikings fans kind of having to eat their own words here after today's horrendous performance.
Yeah, and the Baltimore Ravens, they improved to 4 and 5 on the day. They beat the Vikings 27-19. JJ McCarthy's stat line today, guys. And listen, if you guys tuned in for the watch party earlier, if you didn't tune in, you want to go back and relive it. It's right here on the YouTube channel. You can go back and watch it. But 20 of 42, 248 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and was sacked once for a loss of 3 yards. He scrambled 5 carries for 48 yards, but man, he was just – and it felt like there was 2 or 3 other turnover-worthy plays as well, Tim. J.J. McCarthy really struggled today. And look, when you look at the turnover battle here, that essentially costed you the game, right? I'm trying to look here. So Baltimore did not lose any fumbles. Right. The Minnesota Vikings lost 1 fumble and J.J. McCarthy threw 2 interceptions. So if my count's correct there, you lost the turnover differential 3-0. You're not going to win that ball game. I don't care how close the score is.
Yeah, and you can see here looking at their rushing too. You got 18 carries, 120 rushing yards as a team. It's tough. That's even harder on a quarterback if you can't really run the football effectively. It's hard to throw down the field already. It is. So yeah, uphill battle. Can't wait for our matchup with Minnesota here. It's coming up right around the corner, a couple weeks.
Yeah, it is, man. It is right around the corner. And listen, people probably see this and go, oh, yeah, we should boat race the Vikings. No, that's not how the league works. Not how it works. It's all about matchups. It's all about scheming. It's all about, who's help. There's so many factors, right? There's about 12 different factors we could throw into play here that goes into determining who's going to win a ball game or not. It's not as easy as, well, so-and-so on Twitter, and Bubger789 said this team's better, therefore they should beat them by 20 points, right? It just doesn't work like that. So,
exactly.
It's like some of these games we were talking about earlier. We were talking about the Niners and the Rams. Hey, maybe that'll be a good game. Mac Jones has been playing decent, right, in place of Purdy. They're getting beat 42-26 with 3 minutes left right now. You just never know. Does that mean Shanahan should be fired, guys? No. You look down here with the Commanders was supposed to be one of the top teams in the league this year. Of course, they're missing Jaden Daniels and that. They're getting boat raced by the Lions 41-22. Matter of fact, Tim, let's just go around the league real quick and get a quick update if that sounds good to you, man. Let's just walk around the league and talk about everybody that's playing right now, the games that were already played earlier, and let's just dive into it, man. So first of all, let's go to the ones that are finished, okay? So leading off here, Falcons lose to the Colts. The Colts improve to 8-2. The Falcons fall to 3-6. So the Colts win that game 31-25. I don't know if you've seen the pictures of Daniel Jones with a bloody mouth. My man out there playing gritty, getting that win over there, just taking care of business. Obviously, that was the morning game in Berlin. Tim, did you get to hear the German fans singing, what was it, Country Roads?
No, I did not. I wasn't up early enough for that game.
There's just nothing better than hearing European NFL fans singing an old school kind of country song, if you will, in Germany while they're watching American football. It's just absolutely awesome. I love the unity that comes out of these NFL games going over there to Europe. I just don't want my Packers playing over there. You know what I'm saying? I want them to stay at home at Lambeau personally. So
absolutely.
All right, so there you go. The Falcons, like I said, drop one to the Colts. The Colts improved to 8-2. Up next, the Bears get the win against the Giants, 24-20. Me and Tim watched that one live, did the live broadcast there. Man, that was a tough one to watch. The Giants, it felt more like the Giants gave that game away than the Bears won it. However, you got to tip your cap. At least I do, Tim. I'm not going to tell you out a fan. I tip my cap to Caleb Williams, using his feet at the end to pull out the dub. But we know a good football team doesn't drop that game. The Giants were in control, and then, of course, they ended up turning the ball over like crazy. We kind of talked about that with the Vikings. As you can see here, what was it? Did they have 2 fumbles they lost, or was it just that one that was crucial, Tim? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was just the one, but that really, really killed them. Mm-hmm. The Jackson Dart fumble.
Yeah, because they were in field goal range, right? It's not even showing up on the box score according to ESPN, but I know they had a fumble. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So they lost that fumble, right? And I think that was the only turnover of the day, right? So there you go. They lose the turnover battle 1-0, and lo and behold, they lose the game 24-20. And just
they lose Jackson Dart too. That didn't help. That kind of took the wind out of that whole team, really.
Yeah. The game truly changed when Jackson Dart went out, man. It was
Absolutely.
Just like, oh, this is going to be an uphill battle the rest of the way. So, again, the Bears sneak a victory out there, 24-20. I'm trying to get these highlights off the screen, but it's just not cooperating. We'll just have to roll with it. Yeah, it's a little weird here. It's a little, some would say, wonky. No. All right, we're just going to roll with it. Next, the Miami Dolphins improved to 3-7 as they beat the 6-2 Buffalo Bills, who now fall to 6-3. It wasn't even close. 30-13. Should the Bills coaching staff be fired, Tim? They just lost to a 2-win team, bro.
I know, it's crazy. And I don't know. The real question is Coach McDaniel going to be fired still? Miami out there fighting for their coach's coaching future, really, with that organization, it seems like. I know they've made it clear they're not going to make a change until after this season, but Miami clearly trying to finish stronger than they started so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. So, again, the Dolphins upsetting the Buffalo Bills 30-13. Next, you had the Vikings and the Ravens. We kind of talked about it already, so we'll just brush through here. Ravens get the win 27-19. They improve to 4-5. The Vikings fall to 4-5. They're in dead last of the North. They're now 1-3 at home this year, Tim. That's going to be hard to overcome, man.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, we know what that's like, though. We just dropped a game at home. You hate that. You absolutely hate that. You got to protect your home building. If you get that reputation around the league, teams know they can come in there and beat you. You kind of lose your home field advantage. So Vikings definitely struggling. That's why I hope we really get it handled tomorrow, man. Another game at 12:65. We got to win our home games.
Got to get it, man. Got to protect Lambeau, no doubt. All right, so again, the Vikings lose to the Ravens. 27-19. Up next, you have the Browns losing to the Jets in the Toilet Bowl. Jets get the victory 27-20. Both teams now sit at 2-7 currently. All right, not a whole lot to cover there. Now, this was a big game. I felt like it's going to have some NFC implications in the playoffs. The Patriots come in and defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down there in Florida, 28-23. So the Patriots improve to 8-2. The Buccaneers fall to 6-3. I think that's going to play a big role in this NFC playoff hunt here, Tim.
Yeah, I do. The Bucs picking up their third loss. That's going to make things interesting. Got a little bit of help, in some areas we didn't get help today, but Tampa Bay picking up their third loss. That could prove to be huge here down the road.
Yeah. Next, you got the Saints defeating the Carolina Panthers 17-7. The Panthers fall to 5-5, and the Saints improve to 2-8. So the Panthers going to be tough for them to make the playoffs. Now they got an uphill battle, obviously, having 5 losses already. Okay, and then of course you had the Texans beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 36-29. Tim, when we were covering this earlier, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Jaguars were leading most of this game, weren't they?
Yeah, it looked like it was going to get away from the Texans there for a while, but a lot of grit there to come back and solidify a win. It's huge. Yeah. And again, trying to win at home, you got to win in your own building.
Jaguars were sitting at 5-3 coming into this game, and they obviously let the Texans come back and defeat them. Trevor Lawrence threw an interception. He was 13-23 for 158 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And then, they actually lost a fumble. Trevor Lawrence lost a fumble as well. So it looks like they looks like the turnover differential was tied 2-2 there. So I'd love to see what the middle 8 is, but we're not going to take time to dive into it at the moment. So again, the Jaguars drop 1 to the Texans. Texans improve 4-5. Jaguars fall to 5-4. And of course, on Thursday night, you had the Denver Broncos winning 10-7 over the Raiders. Now we're going to hit refresh real quick, get you guys an updated score on the live games right now that is going on around the league. So the Seattle Seahawks continue to dominate 44-22 over the Cardinals at home. They scored 21 points in the first quarter, 17 points in the second quarter. I bet Minnesota, Tim, I bet they're really missing some Sam Darnold right now, my man.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Probably pains them to watch any tape on Seattle at all after knowing what the choices that they made. But yeah, Mr. Darnold's doing his thing out there.
Yeah, and then you've got the Rams completely handling the 49ers 42-26. Looks like the Rams are going to improve to 7-2. The Niners are going to drop to 6-4. So that'll have a little bit of a shakeup here across the NFC as well. And again, the Seahawks will improve to 7-2 once that goes final there. And then of course the Lions taking care of the Commanders. They are leading 44-22. So that's going to help them kind of put themselves in a spot where they can continue to keep up there in the North with the Packers and the Bears. We've got a 3-team race in the North. Going to be absolutely awesome. But again, the Lions are going to improve to 6-3. The Commanders most likely will fall to 3-7. There's about 4 minutes left in that game. It would take a heck of a comeback for that to change.
Yeah, those are over. Same thing with the Rams and the Niners too. Talk about a team we would have liked to see lose today, right? The Rams.
Yeah.
Just tough. We got to take care of business tomorrow night at Lambeau, man. It's in our hands, right? We have the power. We just got to – I don't care if we beat them by 1, man. Just get out of there with a dub, right?
All right. And then Jared Goff, too, here with Detroit. 25 of 33, 320 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Marcus Mariota playing quarterback for the Commanders, 16-22, 213 yards passing with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So obviously them playing with a backup quarterback as well. So that is your around the league. Let's take a quick look at the standings, and we're going to jump into the game plan. And as you go through here, these are the playoff standings, okay? So we're just kind of talk about the top 10 teams in each conference, kind of give you an idea of how the playoffs lay out right now. The Colts sitting in the number 1 seed at 8-2, okay? You got the Broncos in the 2 seed at 8-2, Patriots in the 3 seed at 8-2, and then you got the Steelers who play tonight on Sunday Night Football. They're sitting in the 4 seed at 5-3. If they take care of business, they'll hold that spot. And of course, the Chargers are right behind them at 6-3. That's who they play tonight. So that game, kind of a mini playoff game, if you will, for jockeying for playoff position as well. Buffalo Bills sitting at 6-3 now. They're in the 6th seed. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs both sitting at 5-4. They're in the 7 and 8 seed. Texans and the Baltimore Ravens rounded out in the 9 and 10 spot with 4 wins each. If you move over to the NFC, so far, this is before these games go final here, right? So Seattle will jump to the number 1 seed when they get this W here in a minute, okay? So they'll jump to the 1, which means Philly will drop to the 2. The Green Bay Packers are sitting in the 3. So tomorrow is going to be the battle for the number 2 seed in the NFC as it sits right now, okay? Tampa Bay sitting in the number 4 spot, 6-3, even after that loss today. The Rams are about to get their dub. Once they get their dub, they're going to improve to 7-2 as well, so they will climb up the ranks. So you're going to see the Packers temporarily drop in these standings, right, tonight until tomorrow, obviously, when they go up against Philly. And then you've got the 49ers at 6-3. They'll fall to 6-4. The Bears are sitting at 6-3 after their win today. And the Lions will be improving to 6-3 as well. You got a whole bunch of 6-3 teams there, Tim. This is wild, man. The NFC is such a tight race. That's what I'm saying. Like, tomorrow night, I want to beat the Eagles. Believe me, I want to beat the defending Super Bowl champions so bad. But there's going to be a portion of the fan base that if the Packers drop that loss, they're going to pretend like, oh my God, we're done. You may temporarily drop out of the playoff hunt, but there's a lot of football left, and this NFC can go either way. We've seen 4 games today that had kind of playoff implications for the Packers, 2 of which went our way. Right. Yep. That could happen again next week with the teams that won this week. So going to be a lot of fun to watch it down the stretch. Or anything else you want to add to the standings there in the playoff outlook, man?
Yeah, you're right. It's not doom and gloom. It is a must-win game in terms of, getting this team back on track. We're about to go on a road trip after this week. So, you want to come off a win at home. Like I said, we haven't lost 2 games in a row in a while. So hopefully we'll get the dub and kind of maintain that positioning, because you're right. We could see a significant drop off in the standings if we don't take care of business tomorrow night. So, and then you look at those teams kind of on the bubble, right? Even the 7 and 8 seeds, there could be a lot of changes to the NFC playoff structure in the coming weeks. So you definitely want to get this win. It's important. Got to get that 6th dub.
Yeah, no doubt. Packer fan Nick says, evening, guys. NFC North is an effing gauntlet. It really is. It's funny, this last week or the week before, there was media members running victory laps talking about, the North ain't so tough, is it? Bet me. It's getting interesting up here in the North for sure. So
yep.
If you guys are watching this video back later, let us know what you think about J.J. McCarthy's performance. Let us know about the standings. How do you feel about the Packers' chances of making the playoffs? And if you're a fan of another team and drifted into the comments, let us know who your favorite team is and let us know what you think about their chances to make the playoffs. Make sure you hit subscribe, click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future.